When opening any door inside of the aura state, there's a chance you will find what has been colloquially dubbed the Embalming Room, in which, if you find, you should simply close the door and leave. The Embalming Room is an area spanning about 3 rooms with pink walls littered with these uneven white polka dots, and if touched, are found to be covered in cavity fluid used for things like morgues or taxidermy such as formaldehyde, phenol, or lanolin. The floor is covered in a black trash bag-like tarp that connects for all 3 rooms, and while you can peel it from the floors, doing so reveals the carpet below is thick with more cavity fluid with an intense metallic scent akin to drawing blood. As said before, the area consists of 3 connected rooms in an L shape, which all look roughly the same aside from their dimensions and shape. There's almost always nothing in any of these rooms aside from the last one, though some people have mentioned empty bookshelves or dressers with no drawers. In the 3rd room, however, you can find what appears to be a typical, albeit sparse, bedroom of a little girl, with a window with pink curtains, a fluffy pink bed on the left side, and a white rabbit doll on top of the bed. Picking up the rabbit doll, you may also find that its chest kind of pulses with this exaggerated heartbeat and breathing, and on the far right wall is a plastic red storage bin. Upon entering the 3rd room, you'll begin to feel heart palpitations and an intense feeling of oncoming dread, as though something bad is about to happen, or as if somebody's gonna come inside. Attempting to leave by this point, or at any point after leaving the 1st room, and you will find that the front door where you came from can no longer be open, though even if you manage to break it open, there is nothing but a black void. Putting your ear against the door, you can hear the sound of a car pulling up, however nobody will actually enter no matter how long you wait here. Back inside of the room though, if you try to jump out the window or try to leave out the front door upon breaking it, you will just fall endlessly, unable to do anything until you wake up. And if or when you eventually do, you will wake up with this intense feeling of vertigo depending on how long you were falling for. Opening the red storage bin, you'll find that it's filled with more stuffed animals of various types. Thanks to the intense feeling of needing to run and hide, you may decide to slide yourself in with these plushies, to which you will find yourself fitting in the container perfectly, albeit rather tight and surrounded. Waiting there, you will over the course of the next few minutes begin to feel feverishly hot, slick, and suffocated. Attempting to get up at this point, you will find that your legs, as well as most of your body, cannot be lifted very well, as your body is seemingly melted in with the toys to the bottom of the tub, making this weird blackish chunky mass, and will continue to melt until you become a hot fluid or you wake up early. Waking up after this fluid state, people report feeling an intense brain fog and being unable to think for roughly 3 hours after waking. Lastly, hiding under the bed results in a pretty similar situation in which you will slowly begin to melt under the bed and on top of the tarp, along with whatever dust and tissues remain under there. Although you may think you can just drag yourself back out, this does not stop or slow the melting process no matter how briefly you are underneath. If you do find the embalming room, it is advised that you just close the door and do not enter, as so far there have yet to be any positives to the embalming room, though if you do enter on accident, then the best thing you can do is just wait it out.